Boom! We are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is, of course, your boy, Nolan Hawkeye Anthony here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week, wherever you may be, and, of course, wherever you may be. I'm going to do a quick little video today, and I don't know how much I'm going to be doing this in the future, but Iowa took on the Minnesota Golden Gophers in a wrestling match. And, you know, in all honesty, okay, my brother wrestled for Fort Dodge High School. I had friends in high school that were wrestlers. They were all good dudes. But I do not know wrestling like I know hoops, like I know football, well, or even like soccer and sports like that. So I don't want to pretend as though I am some savant in this sport, because I'm not. But you know, I've told people that I would do this definitely for the Big Ten championship and the NCAA tourney. And I do think I'm going to try and get Chuck Yagla on to talk about those two parts of the season. But either way, I saw this, and this was a pretty big victory for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it'll be interesting to see how popular this video is, because in my mind, what I was beginning to say when I first started doing this video is that in my mind, basketball is way more popular than wrestling. But when it comes to Iowa Hawkeye sports, it might not be. Wrestling actually might be more popular than basketball when it comes to Iowa Hawkeye sports. My guess is that basketball is a little bit more popular, if not literally equal, the same, because, you know, basketball and wrestling are at the same time of the season. And therefore, you know, dating back to high school, for most people, they're either a wrestling fan or they're a basketball fan. And, you know, I went basketball, but I've always just loved the Iowa Hawkeyes irregardless. And so we shall see which one is more popular. The other aspect to this, by the way, be sure to smash that subscribe button, because subscribing makes you feel good. And at the very least, like, comment, share, you know the drill. I will be putting the PayPal link in the description if you want to donate to the channel. This is an interesting time to do this video. One, because it was a big match against top 15 ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers. And secondly, because, well, Spencer Lee is out. And, you know, Lee might go down as the best ever, or the most popular Iowa Hawkeye of all time. And, you know, I wanted to make a point right off the bat. I have, you know, zero problem with the decision he made to get surgery. He tried to push through it. But if you really think about it, there are some positives to making the decision that he made, such as name, image, and likeness. And the fact that Spencer Lee is probably the most popular athlete on campus. If I had to guess, it would be Spencer Lee, Keegan Murray, and even Keegan Murray, I'm not even sure, because, you know, he's really only skyrocketed this part of the season. Okay. But I would say those two, Jordan Bohannon, let's see, probably Tyler Goodson. probably Tyler Goodson. Maybe, some of the football guys, but those are the most popular guys, probably Caitlin Clark somewhere in there. So now with name, image, and likeness, there's a reason for Spencer Petras to come back and get his knees right and take care of this. All right, let's get into the match that happened last night. Spencer Petras was out, and the top-ranked University of Iowa wrestling team defeated the number 14 ranked Minnesota Golden Gophers 22-10 on Friday night at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Iowa won 7 of 10 matches to win their 24th straight Big Ten Conference opener and extend the nation's longest win streak to 25. The Hawkeyes opened the duel with 4 straight wins, starting at 165 pounds. Alex Marinelli, trailed in the first and at the end of the second, but he opened the third with an escape and closed with a takedown in the final minute to earn a 6-5 win. Michael Kemmerer added a 9-2 decision at 174 in his 21-22 season debut. Kemmerer built a 4-1 lead after 1 and an 8-1 lead after 2 before closing the duel with 2 minutes to go, 12 seconds of riding time. Let's keep rolling here. Abe Assad and Jacob Warner followed with consecutive wins at 184, 197. Assad scored 2 takedowns in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 more in the third. This is probably the biggest difference in Iowa wrestling as a whole, because that the team title, is one. The way you win the national team title is a few ways. You have a very, very balanced team all around. And you're kind of like the Hawkeyes, where either your heavier weights are stronger or your lighter weights are stronger. For the Iowa Hawkeyes, it's more their light to middle weights. But your heavyweights still can do some damage. They will get some wins for you. Or you can be super strong at either end and just, dominate at either one and see if that can carry you over the top. The Iowa Hawkeyes are certainly much more well-rounded than they used to. Let's see. Did I read that? Yeah, I did. In the first one, in the second, 2 more in the third. His 5th takedown with 23 seconds on the clock gave him an 11-4 lead and his mat return as time expired, securing a riding time point and a 12-4 major decision. Warner used 2 first-period takedowns to build a 4-1 lead. He escaped to start the second and traded a takedown for an escape in the third to earn a 6-4 decision. Minnesota closed the first half with a 17-7 major decision at 285. Olympic champ Gable Stevenson used 7 takedowns to top the under-23 world champion Tony Cassioppi. All right, this is interesting because I was actually one of the first people to interview Drake Gaea. I don't know if many of you know that. Here, I'm going to see if I can find it on 247hawkeye.com right quick. Oh, here it is. Look at that. March 31, 2020. How I got this interview. And, looking back, I don't know. I don't know if I would have done it again because, let me tell you guys what happens, okay? Especially for a guy like me who lives in California, which means that I have to rely on other people, okay? What ends up happening is, I go through a certain channel and, this person decides to leverage their relationship or whatever, and it just gets dicey. And I remember after this, I was just like, listen, I don't even want to do that anymore. I don't, all I care about at the end of I just want to talk, talk sports. I don't want to talk anything crazy. And, I have to do this and go through this hoop and go through that hoops. F that. I don't want to do that. But yeah, I got this interview. Drake Gaea, the wrestler, the person, and the Hawkeye. Let's go. Let's go. That is awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, let's go back. So yeah, I mean, go check out that article. That's definitely an interview I did with Drake Gaea. Let's see here. So Drake Gaea is going to burn his red shirt. I think the Hawkeyes are actually in a pretty good situation. And again, I think that this works out all the way around for Iowa because, I mean, think about it. Getting Drake into the season now it prepares him for next year to do his thing next year. And in all honesty, I fully expect Drake to do at least something solid this year. It gets him ready for next year. And either at 125 or at 133, but either way, next year you'll have two really, 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 really good wrestlers at 125 and 133. Now, I don't know who has a red shirt left and who doesn't when it comes to, DeSanto and all of that. But either way, this gets Aiea ready for next year, as well as it helps Iowa this year because who knows what Aiea is capable of this year. Can you imagine if Aiea won the national championship and Iowa had two national champion caliber guys at 125? The Gophers got on the board again after intermission with an 8-6 decision at 125. Hawkeye freshman Drake Gaea shed his red shirt and made his collegiate debut in front of a sold-out crowd. Gaea opened the scoring with a takedown 11 seconds into the match, but 7th-ranked Mitch McKee responded with strict 6 straight points and held on for the 8-6 decision. It's a learning experience. The dude is a true freshman. He will learn. He's a very, very, very talented wrestler. He will learn. And guys, I don't know what the ceiling is for Drake, this season. I don't know what it is, but he will learn. I expect him to be, I totally expect him to be one of the top guys to compete for a Big Ten 125-pound champion. Iowa responded with consecutive wins at 133, 141, and 149. DeSanto used 3 takedowns in the opening period to extend his winning streak to 13 and earn a 7-5 decision at 133. Jaden Ironman clinched the duel with a controlling 5-2 decision at 141, and Max Murin's takedown with 6 seconds on the clock was the difference in a 3-1 win at 149. The final match of the duel favored Minnesota in a battle of ranked opponents at 157. Iowa's 12th ranked Caleb Young scored a takedown in the first and held a 3-1 lead after 2 periods, but Minnesota's 4th ranked Brayton Lee scored 3 points in the final period via escape and takedown to win a 4-3 decision. Let's check this little.
There's no automatic and, whatever. I mean, here's the thing. We got work to do. We know we got work to do. And the good thing is Ironside said it best on the radio, is he loves weekends like this because you don't have to wait. There's quick turnaround. And you know what? You either keep doing what you're doing if it was good, and if it wasn't good, then let's turn it around.
Yep, I agree. Let's go, Tom Brands. Let's read this and then we'll get out of here. Some notables. Iowa has won 25 straight duels. Iowa has won 24 Big Ten openers. Michael Kemmer made his 21-22 season debut. So I guess this was his first wrestling match. Freshman Drake Gaea made his official collegiate debut. He became the 5th Hawkeye in the Tom Brands era to wrestle as a true frosh and just the 3rd to wrestle in his first year removed from high school, joining Spencer Lee, Abe Assad, and Drake Gaea, Nathan Burek, and Justin Stickley. here are the results here. Yeah, listen, like I said, he will learn. Caleb Young, man, the dude has been wrestling forever, but it always seems like he always is like losing the close ones. I don't know. In all honesty, I don't pay attention like I do with basketball and football. But every time I check in, it's always like Caleb Young like drops a close one to a ranked opponent. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to smash that subscribe button because, as I said, subscribing makes you feel good. And at the very least, like, comment, share. You know the drill. And I'll put the PayPal link in the description. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy willow. In facts or feelings, because your feelings don't matter. Love y'all. Go Hawks. Bye-bye.